What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Looking forward to for me, just a normal Saturday and Sunday, and I'll be back at work on Monday. Although, is it the holiday on Monday or is it the holiday on Sunday? What is today? The 2nd? So Saturday? No, so the holiday's on Sunday. It's just a normal weekend for me. I try to honor all of my viewers who have to work on holidays, so I keep my schedule basically the same. Although, so if the 4th of July was on Monday, I'd still be uploading. But it's on Sunday, so I guess win. Anyway, over the weekend, we've got a big movie release. Well, sort of a big movie release. In that Chris Pratt's The Tomorrow War is released. It's an Amazon original. I don't know if this was ever supposed to hit the big screen or not, but I found myself more and more supporting Chris Pratt, mostly because, I like the guy. I mean, he seems really likable. I like the roles he plays. I don't know him. I think came to know him through Parks and Rec, and then as Star-Lord, and then through the way the media treats him. Chris Pratt is a religious man, and that's not okay in Hollywood. Modern day mainstream culture is, in many cases, openly anti-religious, anti-Christian. I've said this many times before. I'm not a very religious guy. I know a lot of my viewers are. And as I get older, I find myself leaning more towards that. Just first, from a lessons standpoint, I always find that people who think what they do on this planet matters for the next tend to be better people. Now, it depends what religion we're talking about, because if so you think you have 40 so-and-sos waiting for you, your actions aren't going to be generally good. But you get what I mean. In my experience, the overwhelming majority of people who have some level of religious being tend to be pretty kind. And the media hates that. It's modern. It's hip to be atheist or anti-religious at this point in this country. And while I'm not a very religious guy myself, I see it and I call it out. Chris Pratt is also probably politically moderate, but the media constantly paints him as an evil Republican. First of all, even if he was, obviously, who cares? But because the media has this bias against him, because they think that he's a Republican, they will constantly treat him in bad faith, in my opinion. And this holds true with The Tomorrow War. We can see the movie has a 52% from critics, right? Meanwhile, it has an 80% from viewers. Usually when you see this, you can assume that it's probably a good movie. Do I think, I don't love time travel movies. I really don't, because they're usually so full of holes, and, I'm unable to suspend disbelief through so many of them that I get angry. Movies like Tenet and stuff, I spent most of my time when I was watching it, like poking holes in the time travel stuff and not enjoying the film. So, I hope that The Tomorrow War doesn't. I'm sure it has time travel problems. I've been on record. I hated that in Endgame they just went back in time and brought back all the superheroes. I think time travel is lazy. Now, time travel is lazy as a means to fixing problems, but a movie can do it right. So in this movie, it's really about a father and his relationship with his daughter and having to make a really tough decision and stuff like that. It's meant to be like a feel-good summer movie, like Independence Day maybe was, which was awesome. You see, The world is stunned when a group of time travelers arrive from the year 2051 to deliver an urgent message. 30 years in the future, mankind is losing a global war against an alien species. The only hope for survival is for soldiers and civilians from the present to be transported to the future to join the fight. Among those recruited is a high school teacher and family man, Dan Forrester, determined to save the world for his young daughter. Dan teams up with a brilliant scientist and his estranged father in a desperate quest to rewrite the fate of the planet. So you've got a Joe Everyman, kind of heroic, being thrust into a heroic mode. I'm sure the movie is going to be decent. Will it be amazing? I doubt it, but I support Chris Pratt, and I'm going to watch this movie. And if you look at a lot of the negative reviews, I don't know. They seem a little odd. The humorless Tomorrow War is gobbledygook that attempts to update the Independence formula with a time travel gimmick. Was it supposed to be funny? I don't remember thinking it was supposed to be a comedy. With all the summer elements of a summer fun alien invasion time loop action film, it's unfortunate that Chris Pratt can't manage to coax the audience into caring about his fate, let alone the world's. I mean, I don't know. I just think this is a massive misfire. These are from critics, right? Here's what you said. Here's what you said when I brought this up. Regular, everyday people, right? I'm looking forward to it. Film is fun. Loving the first encounter. This may be the closest we get to Edge of Tomorrow sequel for Resistance, the Fall of Man film. I just checked it out. Going to watch it after dinner tonight. Good old-fashioned, high-concept sci-fi film that doesn't preach or try to subvert your expectations. It's good. Just watched it. Awesome movie. It's an awesome film. Really loved it. I mean, I watched the first half before I had to leave. So far, pretty good. Every one of you thought it was at least decent. So far, so good. Thoroughly enjoyed it. But a lot better than I expected. Felt a little long. Nobody in here is saying that it's bad. Fun movie, not perfect, but definitely worth the watch. It has some time paradox issues, but if you can suspend disbelief, you'll totally enjoy it. And why don't the critics like it? I'll tell you why. Because Chris Pratt said that he wanted regular, everyday, blue-collar Americans represented in film. That's why. They out themselves in the very first paragraph. Back in 2017, fresh off his continued success of the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise and gearing up for Jurassic World, Chris Pratt gave a cover story interview to Men's Fitness magazine and bemoaned the state of cinema about white men. I don't see personal stories that necessarily resonate with me because they're not my stories. The voice of an average blue-collar American isn't necessarily represented in Hollywood, Pratt said. That was a willfully ignorant statement back then, and it still is now. I mean, that's exactly why these reviews, I doubt this. Oh, look, I just want to be clear. I doubt this movie's a classic. I bet you my prediction is it will be a good old popcorn film, which is actually what's succeeding in American cinema right now. I know the Fast and the Furious has a huge loyal fan base, but they're on their 10th movie. And that movie was, I think, the biggest post-lockdown box office numbers yet for Hollywood. And it's not like Fast and Furious is a thinker movie. Another movie that did good, Godzilla. Godzilla isn't exactly a political statement thinker movie either. A Quiet Place. Again, these are just good old-fashioned entertainment in box office. And I think you see Tomorrow War splits its narrative between 2022 and 2051. In the latter year, a breed of aliens who humans call white spikes have overrun the planet, causing the sole remaining 500,000 humans to work together to invent time travel through a link with the past. They travel back to 2022 where they inform mankind that their help is required to save the future. Of course, I don't want to give too much away, but I mean, you end up with like regular people. These magazines. Okay, so that's for that one. He should have a pistol too. I'm always like, oh, I like how he's got that looks like it may be a Benelli M4. And then he's got the quad load bracket there. That might be an M4. Maybe. It's interesting to me. I could be totally wrong on that, actually. I don't know. I just have Benelli on the mind. Nonetheless, they say, maybe the film, instead of guiding the objective, the Tomorrow War, a movie which is every female, black, or POC character plays second fiddle to Dan's strong white guy, is to persuade us that suburban veteran is absolutely right when he believes he's worthy of more than a stable job and a loving family. I want to be the best like you are, Dan's daughter tells him. Thanks for your service again, a fellow soldier says. You're the mission now. The character who is presented as humanity's last hope tells Dan when she makes him humanity's last hope. We get it. The average blue-collar American is worthy of all of our admiration. That approach is so clobbering and clumsy that Tomorrow War is constantly tripping over itself while delivering it. I mean, could you rage more? We get it. You don't like white people. We get it. We know you don't like the middle class. You think the middle class is uneducated. Roxana Hadidi. Just a quick have I been pre-blocked check? Let's just take a look. No. Pop culture Iranian American feminist. Who could have foreseen Roxana Hadidi not liking this movie? I mean, who could have foreseen it? Can't wait to watch the movie tonight now. Fortunately, it's really not that big of a deal since I'm already a Prime member, so I watch it for free. Maybe I'll do a watch party. I don't know. I probably won't because I'll probably just put it on like in bed and hope it's good. That way, anyway, appreciate you, Chris Pratt. Can't wait to watch your movie. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.